Hey, Victor friends, welcome back again. Unfortunately, it took a long time to get to the next video. So, the next session, I haven't played another session since the last video. So, if you don't have a look at that, as you can see, um, we are definitely down again, and it was a $5 session this time. So overall, probably down about five buy-ins. You know, about $10 equivalent to 2 sessions. So it was pretty bad. But definitely time to take a break after such a loss. That wasn't actually the reason why I did take a break as well. I actually got sick and I couldn't really talk and play at the same. I couldn't be able to talk without coughing at the same time. So I thought it was best to just while I wasn't feeling great, it was just to take that moment to take a week off. Also going back as well, looking on the Thursday, we can also get rid of Thursday sessions and see where we can go from there. So maybe we can just go from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and see how we go from there. And maybe just keep it to a short half an hour sessions during the week if we need to. So if I get the bug and I want to continue like the upswing when we do hit one, we can definitely just play it for a quick half an hour during the week. But at the moment, what we'll try and do is try and stay fresh till the weekend, and then we'll try and play multiple sessions during the time. And I'll try and record each session I do, and we'll go from there. But unfortunately, yeah, we just ran into a brick wall. We're still plus $5 from when we started. So it's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to call it 6-4. Not the worst range to play against under the gun. Unfortunately, we didn't get a club. If we did get a club there and a 5, then we get a lot of good turn cards coming out. So if you get like a 7 of clubs come out and a 5 of clubs is there, you got to open out a straight flush or even, and yeah. So unfortunately, we didn't get a really good board there. So I'm just going to drop out the way. But there are some of the spots I've been looking at where you could definitely check raise there out of position. Because you don't want to just be able to check fold every time you're out of position. You want to protect your checking range as well. Well, that's what I want to do anyway. So yeah, these videos are just to try and keep you up to date and have a poker journal. We're going to purely just have a look at just seeing how good we fare for the whole entire year. I didn't expect to have that week off, but Ekta's probably expected to actually go more between $20 to $30 plus in a month, but we got punched in the gut and we lost a little bit of momentum. So now we got February now, and it's going to be a short month. We still have 23 days left of the month, so we'll see how we go. We're not going to push the wins. If you're going to force the win, it's going to be more for shortening the session. So, playing 15 minutes, 20 minutes, if we're up, just cut it out and just get wing sessions that way. We've got nothing to prove. We just need to try and be a long-time winner. And just try and, stay away when we are losing. We're still going to keep the strategy of trying to be quite tight. So trying to be tag, not quite a net though. We're not just going to play aces and kings. Like we are still going to play ace queen from under the gun. Possibly, we're still going to play ace jack probably. And then really be very, very picky where we call 3 bets as well. Try not to be as loose as what I was in the past. Even though some of the plays I was playing in the past were actually good, we did get carried away once we got tilted. Which the tilt wasn't so much tilt; it was more of a burnout more than anything. And when you do burnouts, you start making decisions kind of based on your weakest part of the game. So yeah, you start being aggressive. It's also great, but you don't pick your spots and you start losing yourself. But anyway, we are not going to be overplaying too much now. Still setting up tables at the moment as we speak. So we've got 4 here. If you haven't already, please subscribe as well. It's going to fold small blind. Typically get a fold or raise in that spot as well. They're in the middle position there, so I'd rather raise there against the button. The button's going to be a lot wider. So typically get to be folding there in the small blind. Cut off, want to be a little bit looser than the other positions, obviously, with your 3 betting, but still, he's going to be tightening up in that spot. On the average player there will be loosening up on the cutoff. So we'll also lose no range, but not to the extent where I did find one of my leagues was up against a short stack, or if you say you label one of those players that aren't a great player, I was loosening myself up way too much. I was starting to play 82 cards at one stage, which is great, but also high variance. And it's not so to say that our bad players don't hit, don't hit great cards as well. And plus, it's going to be very costly when we're wrong. So we want to minimize those mistakes as well. And that goes to one of the things too. When you're an amateur or, not a great player, we tend to what do you call it? We overfix it, over adjust all the time. And that's what amateurs do compared to the professionals. I remember some of the elite professionals saying that was the main difference between everyone else and them. They make minor adjustments where we just over adjust. And I'm not saying I always over adjust. I usually have a strong game, but I've got to also try and find myself as well. We haven't really we started taking off this year and then we hit that brick wall. So that was a bit of a shame. Yeah, just finished off a cough lolly. You're not supposed to chew it, but yeah, unfortunately, yeah, every time I talk to start coughing. Anyway, haven't hit a hand yet. Still opening up more tables. Not worried about opening up several tables. Well, yeah, we played probably about 2.5 hours of poker today. So hopefully we get back into winning shape. We'll see how we go. If we lose like 3 or 4 points straight away, like within the first hour, I'll probably have to call it short. But if it looks like we're going pretty well, going head to toe, winning some, losing some, we'll stay in there for the best part. He is deepest state. I'm going to call anyway. We can set mine this one. Should be easy to play out of position. Unfortunately, didn't get a full. Best thing is if you do hit a full there, they're going to have a lot of aces and kings. But it's quite small. I'm going to call. They do bet that small to get a crying call. We're going to fall into it. Hopefully it goes check, check. We do have a showdown value hand. We do bet ace king. And Jack 10 does hit our range as well. I'm not just going to check like we're giving up the hands as well. I'm going to look like I'm going to be betting here. And if he checks behind, he's going to have ace king a lot, ace highs. He should be the best here. Also, based on his play, we might be able to call. And now he could be very against checks at 10s if he's got queens. All right, I'm going to call. Super 10s. All right, so yeah. It was more of a curiosity, and that's the reason that was a bad call. I didn't put aces or kings after their betting range, but they just didn't believe. I mean, we didn't believe, that's why we played that one. Typically should find those faults though. Yeah, it's a bad call, but we won't do that too often. And then we'll have to go back to making sure that we don't call too many rivers, unless we've got a decent hand. And I think as played, I really thought they had ace king, but many players don't really play ace king with betting, especially on the flop anyway. All right, I'm going to call. We could easily have an open ender on the turn. All right, going to raise this one up against the cutoff. All right, checking. We do have a pair. We're trying to hold on. It's pot size this time. I'm going to call this time, and we'll have a look. Now, do they have ace king? Probably not. All right, I'm going to bet this one quite large. And he got 6 high, but we do have a big flush draw. All right, going to fold 6-5. We'll call sixes. If you want to think about it in other ways, with those pocket fours, we could have just folded pre-flop and saved a ton. Going to bet this one. We are bluffing now. Most people don't bluff enough when the board's high. And we still, when we're wrong here, we still got a flush draw. And he's going to make a ton of folds with better hands. That was good. So at least we got something going our way. All right, just going to check this one with sixes. Could definitely have a strong hand with the ace on the board. People will check raise. Seven's going to raise there. Not the greatest of starts. I'm probably going to have, we'll just call it some, ooh, I'm going to call it because of the club. Going to raise because we got 3. No club though, unfortunately. Doesn't bet. I'll go bet this one. All right, I'm going to defend 10-8. Deep stack. Check behind. Open ender. To have a gut shot. Unfortunately, didn't get another 3, but we're going to fold this one now. All right, 7's going to go. Never know. Sometimes you do end up the hand's turning around, looking pretty obviously that we're going to obvious that we got a strong hand, but just wasn't the case this time. Right now, we just need to regain ourselves, try and get some discipline in. All right, gonna bet this one. 8-3's fold. We say gonna bet this one. Jack 10. It's got top pair. There is some straight draws coming out, so we've got some money from second best hands. Try and steal with the King 8 offsuit in the small blind. Uh, 8-3's trash. Not going to be in this one with 8-7 offsuit. We don't want to be. We don't want to be hurt. We don't want to be trapped in the middle. Queen 10. We'll just get a call. Queen 10 suited is a good hand if you think about 2 pairs there. Yeah, if you think of board where Queen 10 could definitely get Ace, King, Jack, and your opponent's going to have 2 pairs there a ton of times. So we're going to be in that hand. All right, got Jacks. Going to open this one up. Jacks. A lot of people don't like Jacks, but it's pretty good. All right, we're going to check behind here. Here's a 3-way pot. You can see I was tempted to actually bet there, but I decided not to. All right, going to bet with aces. At the time of kings, queens, jacks, going to call. Jacks need help defending. So we'll bet. Check, check. These guys don't really have too much of their team. So we'll bet this one, try and take it down. Don't have any equity. That's the only concern. Queen 10. We could also check behind there with Queen 10. I think if we do get bet on there with Queen 10, it's going to be quite embarrassing. But we're just trying to use position there. So hopefully everyone decides to fold and get out of the way. All right, gonna plan to fold out Jack 8. 7-8's trash. 10-8 offsuit's trash. Not defending with trash. Although, look at that now. That's a gut shot. A 10 comes out, though. It's not all that great if someone's got King Queen. So there'll be a lot of negative implied odds. We'll open up Jack 10 suited. I've been folding those hands in the past. Well, Jack 9 suited I've been folding. Jack 10 have been playing. And we can make a royal flush. Probably still could play, but we'll try and bring back some of the old self again, but get some momentum. All right, so we've got a gut shot and we've got a flush draw. We're going to bet this one. Probably could have raised a bit larger, actually. So if we do hit the board pretty hard on the turn, we want to get stacks in pretty good and trap people against their 2-pair hands and, a set. All right, so now we've got a double gutter. Continue betting this one. Double gutter flush draw. So 9, a king, or a heart. And also for betting there, we do get folds, so we collect the pot anyway. All right, screw it. I'm going to open up 10-9. Don't be too tight. We are 7. We are 7. 7 way though. So we're going to be a little bit careful. 7-2. Do we defend? No, we're going to fold. All right, we can defend 10-9. We're going to be out of position though. Check fold 10-9. The reason we do fold to 3 bets. No heart. No 9, no 10. Easy fold. Although his 3-bet raise wasn't large. The king on the board's quite scary, but give him 3-betting, he could easily have jacks or queens at least at the minimum. All right, gonna raise 4s. 4 for 4. 5-2's gone. Queen 5's trash. All right, we can defend or we can raise. All right, we'll defend. He is short stacked as well. So I want to make sure we've got some removability. You can call. We have a heart on the board, so gonna raise that king. Gonna make a bad. No, we get fold. But I could make a bad call there, purely for the fact that if you hit the 4, if he's got trips, he might pay off. Make a bad call to make a ton of money. Okay, so we do improve with equity. Weird call. Ace king, just get a call, take 2 cents. Oh, 2 big blinds. And now we're just gonna do a half, 3/4 bet. We hit a flush. Hopefully, ace king got a gut shot. But yeah, hopefully he's got trips. If he does raise on us when we've got the flush, we'll have a question of what to do. 2 overcards above the 7s. Just go check here. We could still call. They've got a raise. They're still in the hand. Hopefully get the queen. Ace or king can still play, so we could still be in the hand. So ace high does. We do beat king high. We do block some of his flush draws though with the king of hearts. We do have a straight draw. We're going to fold. 5 comes out. 6. Yeah, if they've got 6, 7 suited or something like that, we've got huge. We've got reverse and tight odds. So I don't want to fall in that trap. I did that last year a couple of times. A little bit more than I'd like to admit. Probably about 2 or 3 times, I reckon, where I had the wheel and I ran into 7-6 suited hands. It's sort of, when you're looking at hand charts, you can really see that's one of the reasons why 7-6 suited's still in people's charts, because people still fall for the wheel being the best hand when it's clearly not. Ooh, that would have been a nice putt. Raising the 38. He's a bully. John Dog did raise as well, so we'll just get the money. We don't want any of that. But like I said, we'll be playing for about at least 2 hours, I think, hopefully. Might take a break in between, but I'll probably just walk away and make a tea or something like that. Probably reassess our game as well. At the moment, we've lost a little bit. All right, I'm going to call with ace queen. Like, we made some 2 loose calls probably on the river. And also that forehand as well. We've got the top pair here. Way ahead, way behind. He can still have kings. Maybe we didn't tree that. So he's still uncapped. See what he does with the turn card. If he checks into us, we should have the best hand. If he bets into us again, I guess we're still calling. All right, so we do have a gut shot. He possibly has a set as well. He's still uncapped. He could have a lot of hands. We didn't raise pre-flop. Does he have a kings? Does he have kings? He's playing like he's got kings. I think he's got kings there. Pretty stick if he's got sixes though. Yeah, it just folds. Good decision. We're gonna fold. He's short stacked. Well, he's not short stacked, but we'll just fold that one anyway. We've only got 100 big blinds effective pretty much. So if we're deeper stacked, we can make those calls. There, he's poor suited hand. Check 9, gonna fold. Check 10, gonna fold. Someone 3-betting. We don't finish up the action. We'd only get trapped. The hand as well. Got 9 tables open now. All right, 9-3, just trash the hands. Get rid of all this crap. A little bit deeper stack, thing, cool. Go for some king nine flushes. Plus, we do have position as well. I'm going to call. 4 of clubs comes out, 5 of clubs comes out. We've got some more equity. Scarecrow comes out. Typically, let's see what he does. He might slow down. Now we're going to try and just pick up the pot and bet 25. Raises. That's a shame. Didn't expect him to do that. I thought he'd going to find all of the folds there. Must have a monster upper hand. Now you set top set. The way he's playing it, he wants to get stacks in, unfortunately. We're just trying to steal the pot after he showed a bit of weakness. So he's going to call behind, try and hopefully not get the blinds to squeeze. Checks. We're going to try and steal it with twos. We could typically cut hold up to the river. We like to win a small pot, even just with baby pairs. There we go. Nice little pot. We just thought small win. They do make a difference overall. Yes, we've lost a little bit. It's rubber hands at the moment. But those little wins do make up some of those losses. So they do add up as well. Over bets, I'm just going to let go of that one. He can have that. If he wants to steal a small pot, but like that, it's fine. We'll give it to him. And I got second pair, just going to call. All right, so the board pairing up with the aces means we could typically have the best hand here. If he bets again on the river, now I'm going to fold. All right, typically, you should have an ace there. With the ace queen suited. Do I have second pair? I'm going to bet this one. To have position. Scare card. We'll bet again. Goes all in. Let's get a call. It is only 40 big blinds. At the same time. Oh, beautiful. Got a little bit lucky though. But remember, our ace would have played. So it wasn't as silly as it looked. Check 8. Just go check behind here. All right. So a little bit lucky with the ace queen suited. But remember, those hands that have an ace in it do have a little bit of an advantage when they do hit. It's only when you're at kick that you, if they've got ace king, then you're a little bit of a fool. Was a good flop though. We did have extra equity with the flushes. We'll definitely take that. A2 suit's gone. So that was probably our first winning hand. Raise it up to tens. Raise it up to tens again. 2 lots of tens are out there. We'll raise with fours. It gets under the gun. Although we did see that in the previous session where people were raising one, just opening up with one big blind and then sort of like using it as a check raise against people in larger positions. Thinking they're clever. All right, this is the session of tens. I'm going to call because 2 other people in the hand. Tens need defending. Short stack as well. Okay. Unfortunately, he folds. Was going to go for stacks against him since he was shorter stacked. All right. Since no one's going for it, I'm not going to go for it. 3-way pot. Just going to sit on our hands and try hit a 4 or either just fold. You don't want to fall for their passive play. We'll take advantage of being in position. 1 big blind rally. Okay, just fold. Remember, there's still someone else in the pot. And pocket 4s are going to be the worst hand most times there. Unless they're they're chasing a straight, like a gut shot or some form. We could check raise with 2s if we really want to be brave. Second pair. All right, we'll bet 2s. Could have the best hands here. Also, there's a lot of draws coming through, so I need to bet this one, try and get some value. And then hopefully get check on the river. All right, so he did get a better on us on the turn. All right, should I fold this one? Ace jack off suit. Fold. Over bet. Just gonna fold that one. He's getting really greedy. Got to make a mental note of that one. Just try and remember that player. All right, gotta raise it. Got king queen. It's not a great hand, but here's a short stack could be pretty good. If this just got pocket pairs, hopefully just go call, and then we flop pretty good. It's not the plan that I was going for. Question is, do we see bet there? The reason why I really didn't, I don't think an ace might have folded there. We really wanted to, with bet there, we wanted to get the ace to fold. But since there was a few turn cards coming out that could help, with gut shots and give them a bit more equity, then I think betting there might be wrong. At the same time, checking this is giving up pretty much. But it was 3 ways. If it was heads up, maybe do some more C betting. And then we can get a lot more folds. But because it's 3-way, I don't think we get enough folds. And it was one of my parts of my games that were leaking money as well. To the extent was the more tables I played, I lost because I was C betting way too far off in certain spots. And that would have been one of them. All right, we'll fold that one. Let's go open it up, but decide not to. Try and play a few more tables as well, if they're available. 10-4 is gone. I'm gonna call it ace-4 at the risk of being raised on. But we should have position against the blinds if they do raise. And if they don't raise large enough, we will call and get position on them. All right, so collecting a couple more tables. It's a little bit warmed up now. Plus it's we close it. Plus it's still early in the day. It's not like we've just come over from work and it's not been a full day's of work. Finished at 11, so it's not like we're exhausted. We'll defend. I am feeling a bit better now though. Even though my voice is a little bit, probably could still feel it underlining error. Not gonna raise here. Just gonna check behind. Gonna try and bluff that one. Not gonna see bet that one. We do have position though. Pocket 3 is gonna open up 3 for 3. It's gonna bet small. We did flop a flush, but there was a straight flush out there. Betting small, we don't mind being raised on. Jack 10, it's gonna fold this one. All right, so we are gonna raise. He's short stacked as well. So it's not the. So he's either gonna shove or he's gonna fold. Can't see him just calling. Unless he's trapping with his straight flush somehow. But I think it's a little bit too tight to I only think he's got straight flushes in his hands, in his range. And since we have ace rag suited sort of thing, we can put a lot more king suited hands in his range. But based on we haven't gone back into that hand, I think he's just going to fold out. So I'm going to call king 2. Open up king jack. Set 16's gone. We'll bet this one, even though it's 3-way. We do have a king high flush coming through, hopefully. I got raised on. I'm going to call, try and stay in the hand. I'd love to see the ace of spades to know that we've actually got the best hand. So he played aggressive, so didn't bet there, which is a bit strange. So you're just going to bet 30 here. And try and get called. If he shoves all in, he could have a book. All right, I'm going to call. Five queen. Okay, nice. Wasn't excited about calling. You could tell with my voice. I was like, oh, but definitely a good win though. And remember, he did check the turn as well, so it made no sense that he just come over the top. Unless he was trapping with the ace of his hand, that's the only hand I really was worried about. He did have a, if he had a boat, maybe, but I think given if he had a set on the turn, you'd think he'd be betting there because he's worried about another spade coming out. So as soon as another spade comes out, it's a scare card, plus everyone's beating him. All right, got tribs. Go check raise it. Six is still playing if there's two pairs on there. All right, we'll raise it up with king queen. Do a squeeze. You don't know what a squeeze is. Usually it's someone opens up three big blinds and then someone calls and then the next person can go for a squeeze. Like I said, I raised that is 1-7. Oh, there's only a heads up at 10-9 hand. There's only a heads up. Might shut that table down. We don't want to be playing heads up when we're playing multiple tables. So we'll get rid of this one. All right, open ender. We'll bet this one. All right, nice. We got into that table after all. So we shut down another table. I think it's 12 tables. Yeah, 12 tables is the max. So we're playing 12. When that's gone. Got top pair with the flush draw. Check raise. If he does call, he's going to be having us out kicked. Broke last time, so we'll do it again. Goes all in. It's going to call queens. Simple call. Sure, they're going to have aces and kings sometimes, but they're going to run into a ton of ace king, jacks, tens. People that are just impatient as well. Hit a set. Just going to bet small. There is a bit of a dynamic board there, so you got to be careful. Definitely a reverse applied odds with 6-8, so just got to check this one. Not really excited about the straight. I will bet this one, try and bet position, trying to get the fold. Bottom pair, we'll bet this one. King 10's going to fold this one. Remember, it hits his range for ours, so yeah. Reverse implied, I was just going to fold this one. All right. Did a third pot, now going to do half pot. Do have a set, so. Don't mind him raising on us as well. Might be playing a bit trappy. All right, we'll check behind. Really want to see two now. With cross one, got 4-10 fold. I'm going to call it ace queen. Don't want to raise. Check behind. Two could be good. Could be playing against ace king, ace jack, ace 10. Might not be as well. Just going to call. He straddled, it looked like. Do have a gut shot. Get a call. I think folding's fine as well. With the ace queen hand. All right, two other people in the hands, deep stacked. All right, cool. Like we're talking about a deep stacker. Still a gut shot. Say 5, I'm going to call. 8s need a little bit of a help. Low board though does help. All right, we missed everything. Just go fold this one. Can I bet this one? Try and get someone to get some of these guys to fold. If we're wrong, we do have a straight. We do have an open-ended straight draw, and we do have some type of the heart comes out. But we're trying to defend ourselves against those missed 2 overcards. There is a lot of fold equity there. And unfortunately, we didn't hit. Could have hit the flush, could have hit the straight. Didn't improve. I could probably argue not to bet there on the turn. You could either shove the river, I guess, if you know, tell a story. Well, 4 days 7, probably question it. King 10, not a great hand, but around the cutoff, we'll open it. Yeah, 6 reds folding in the blinds. Needs to be relatively strong range in the blinds, especially the small blind. Gut shot. We were in the big blind by the way, but all right, we'll bet this one. We'll try and keep momentum in the hand, even though we do have equity. We'll bet again. Still have a gut shot. If we get a straight there, we can jam. Obviously, can have a pair of some sort. Even these high beats us there. It's unfortunate. All right, 8-7 suited. Get a call. Oh, everyone's in this board. I'm gonna fold. Probably should have folded originally. I didn't realize they were going to raise on top. That's why it's important to fold when you don't close the action down, or you end up doing a ton of folds. Open-ended, we could check raise this one. Open-ended flush draw. Yeah, we're gonna raise a bit larger, and then if we do hit, we'll make more money hopefully. All right, gonna raise this one, Queen Jack. Steal with A7. A7 could steal with a like 4-bet as well if they do 3-bet us. I didn't decide to go down that way. Decided to play safe. Got position, get a call. Gonna raise it. We're uncapped. Hopefully it's just trying to, donate to us. At the moment, we've been donating to other players, which is great. This time, gonna raise. We are in the small blind. Ace 9 there, heart. Just gonna jam it. I don't know what they're thinking, but we're telling a story that we've got a strong hand. All right, I gotta bet this one. Ace Queen. Yeah, Ace 9 really wasn't excited about. I have a gut shot though, but like I said, it's not really great. We'll open up. Ace 4. Short stack though. Yeah, the other reason why I did shove there as well. I mean, we're uncapped, plus there wasn't much to do there. We can't really bet there to give up. So you're either giving up the hand or you just gonna go with it and hope he folds. We're gonna raise your jacks. King 8, get a call, got flush draw. Let's raise with ace 10 offsuit. We'll flat. Gonna check here, short stacked. Jacks, we did bet. We got bet again. We did raise pre-flop, so we'll bet this one. Really want that heart. Gonna call. I actually gonna make a fold. It seems silly, but he's actually short stacked. Yeah, ace ten gone. Means he's probably got pocket pairs at the least. And he also could have ace king, ace queen, ace jack, which all beats us. All hits a pair. An ace will win. So fold. Ace king definitely could have the best hand still. And of course it comes out. Let's get him, but whoever cards easy fold. I remember these guys don't think about other people's hands as much. They will just look at their hands and I don't care if you're representing aces or kings. They've got their hands and they're happy. So it's important that we control ourselves. At the moment, we're making plenty of errors, I feel. Had some coming our way, though. Not really sure if we did win that hand before that we did bet. I'm going to lean on that we lost it, but you never know. And they called. All right, let's raise. King queen top pair. Interfering against the flush draws. So you could be raising there with draws. All right, let's get a check here. Oh, wow. Okay, deep stacked. I'm going to call both deep stacked. I don't have position. All right, need to bet this one out. Another club's terrible for us. Same again. If another two up trips, open ender. Bet. I don't want to call, but I feel obliged now that we had a gut shot. Plus we had a 5. It's not great. I don't feel happy about it. I'll feel happy if we hit that hand, hit that card in the river. As soon as we shove there, you just know that aces. I'm gonna call. I know I'm gonna have the worst hand to show, but we've got a few outs. Okay, we missed. Yes, it was a gamble, but 3 ways. 14% on the turn, not the greatest, but didn't see what it said on the flop. Probably 38% maybe. Given 3 away, it's not so bad, but and it was deeper stacked as well. It's one of those hands where you're absolute moron for losing, but you're a great player if you win. Although some people still question the great player aspect, even if you win that hand. We probably should not have been in that hand, but given we had a gut shot as well, but probably would have been better if it was an open ender. On the upside, we weren't There weren't a card dead. Well, we weren't, you know, reverse implied odds. So we still had plenty of, all the cards were active for us. The board ended up pairing up though, but if the board didn't pair up and we hit 2 pair, fun times. Because we still would have had, our 2 pair over their single pairs if it didn't pair up. But the problem is with those boards, with those cards that we had, most of the board pairing up means they've got the better hand. Eight, 6. Open and double bet. We're out of position. Queen 10. Do I have a gut shot to the straight flush? You have a strong hand, bet it. You have a weak hand, get trapped with it. No, I don't. I'm gonna bet. They do have a capped range. Tens. Let's bet it. Bet and give up. It would be an absolute nightmare if we actually bet again, A2. So it's 3 barrel bluff. I don't think so, but all right. So we won a couple of those. Ooh, actually, not. We didn't win this one. Sort of took out the win a little bit too early on that one. But some of the other cards, some of the other hands we did win. That didn't look like a great bet. Yeah, those pocket 10s hands didn't come back around. A little bluffing there. We had 2 overcards. It was the fact of you got 2 overcards. And if you check there, they're going to bet you and get you off your hand. So definitely happy to win that hand. All right, let's raise because it's small blind. That was the cutoff was still in the hand though. We'll open up 9s. Some days it feels like whatever you do, your opponent's going to have a better hand, but try not to think that way. Gonna call. If we hit a flush, we're gonna jam it. Do I have a gut shot? I don't want the call. What am I doing? I get fucked. We're going all in. We hit the flush. Am I gonna get what I deserve? Am I gonna get what I deserve? And he's got quads. Has he got a boat? He's taken too long. We won the hand, I think. Like I said, get stuffed. All right, nice hand. Oh, actually, it wasn't well played hand. We got extremely lucky. We did have a gut shot as well. Pretty much like the other hand. But it wasn't 3-way. All right, in position, get a call. Let's see if we can start hitting some hands. It's become a total nightmare for our opponents rather than just donating all our money away. All right, so we've got a open end. I'm going to call. Just going to check behinds. They have a weak kicker, so going to call again. All right, this time we'll get a bet. I guess if he bets again, if he's got the spades that we have, yeah, it's easy fold now. If it was a 5, it wouldn't be so easy. All right, ace 10. Maybe we did have an open ender. Wasn't never really a great board. Deep stacked, sort of. Call 1. We'll raise aces. We'll defend king jack. Could squeeze it, but we could defend. No 3. I want the 3. Gut shot. Jack 10. Jack king. I'll bet this one. I got a flat backdoor. Here we go. Got a flush draw. All right, we'll call. We're in the defense with king jack. All right, easy fold. All right, we're gonna raise this one up. Unfortunately, missed the flush. King jack just got to check it. Didn't hit our flush. We'll reassess. We'll jam, see how it goes on. Hopefully, we don't run into a set. Two pair. Annoying. Not so annoying. Board pairs up. Not so annoying. Annoying to not so annoying. So we'll take that. Board pairing up with aces. And just remember, kings also would have won that too. So always makes sense to actually call with aces and kings if you could put 2 pairs in the hand, especially if the board pairs up, your favors you, especially on a wet board. We'll definitely can't call that one. Gonna fold. Even it takes a huge amount of winning to call that one. I need to bet this one. It's our only chance of winning the flop or winning that board, the hand actually. Okay, showing weakness. We'll bet and see if we can steal the pot. We got like 6 high, so no spade. We're at their mercy. Got to raise 2s. Still at the mercy. Okay, he's just a slick potato, I guess. And that was his name, by the way. Don't make that one up. A slick potato. Not a sweet potato, a slick one. 9s. He didn't 3-bet pre-flop. We'll bet. We'd also do that if we hit pretty hard on the flop. We'll raise to 18 and call B if he jams. Oops. He goes all in. It's going to fold. Queens would have lost. We would have had the best hand pre-flop, so maybe not the greatest of folds, but we would have lost the hand. So the deeper stack shoving there saved us money. because I was calling against a short stack. No, it's just a flip anyway, pretty much. I think we'll have like 52% chance of winning. It diminishes with ace king though, but we only got 2 overcards, but still. He did, the opponent had an ace as well, so meaning that there's less chance for him to hit the ace, but they still hit there anyway. Went from 3-bet to 4. Alright, we'll bet this one, go queen. 3-bet, 8-7 suited. Alright, ace jack's gone. We did 3-bet pre, but I don't know why he's beating to us. Maybe he thinks we've got a king. Second pair is going to call there. There is a flush out there. Could be also trying to scare us. We do have show, we do have showdown value, so we'll just shoot behind. We're going to win there some of the time. I think he had a king though, based on the bankroll dropping. All right, going to raise. Going to be raise kings. Going to be out of position. Could argue to raise larger. All right, we're just going to keep betting this one. Kings short stack. So if he calls, we're just going to have pretty much, yeah, just going to jam. He's got 32 left, so. See how we go. Raises. I'm just going to fold that one. The king's hand they folded. That's the only downside I think of this. One of the downsides to this site. I don't think I can sit out on all the tables all at once. So if I take a break, I have to restart yet again. Or at least just the hands will sit out, full time out, and then just bounce back. Pretty sad, really. It's a scare card, get about it. So position. Could be burning a little bit there, though. Could raise those queen. Check behind. He did call. We actually had the best hand. Oh, no, maybe we didn't have the best hand. All right, got shot. But defending 10-6 suited. All right, top pair, good kicker. Do I still have a gut shot to call one? Some of these tables we're off the bottom, so even if we do lose the hands, we're not going to see the bankroll go down, so I can't say if we'll win or lose the hand sometimes. I didn't set the 10, so we'll just let go. Ace-4 suited, it's a little bit loose, but we're going to do it. Run it again. If we are losing a little bit, we'll change our play a little bit. We'll do a few tweaks, see what works and what doesn't. All right. Someone called, but someone raised. I'm going to call. Hopefully the guy next to me just calls behind. And then we're just trying to get a flush on the flop, or at least a flush draw. Wow. King, queen, good. That's sort of the worst pot. Easy fold for ace-4 suited coming up. No club. We got no diamond. There's no club on the board. Let's get a couple homes. Got some back doors. We'll check. Ace 10's folding. Overbet's strange. All right, we'll call. We'll defend 10-9. It's not great. But tell you small bet. Bet, raise. All right, we'll raise to 25. We got ace king in the blinds. All right, we'll call. We do have some back doors. Some monster turn cards. All right, we'll go with 3 card. We need a little bit of help. That is one. Now we've got an open-ended flush draw. We could check, and then the bet we just shove. Hopefully they bet small, and we can overbet, and they can do a ton of folds as well. If we can see a lot of folds in their range, then it's probably worth it. We'll bet this one, try and get some folds. We can also have the best hand. We'll just jam. It's ludicrous, but we're jamming. And we lost the hand. Goes all in. Cool. Unfortunate. That was a big stack as well. That was a flip, unfortunately. That was one of those hand squeezes. I don't know. It's also a question of taking a break after that one, maybe. Because things are starting to look okay. But then those 2 big hands that we lost, the ace king versus the queens, not great. And yeah, we did shove the other hand. Which you could think would get plenty of folds as well. I get a ton of outs. Wasn't like not all the tables we're going bad on that. We are still getting pretty good on some. As you can see, we've got 27 on the table. Accidentally didn't open twos there. All right, so we got a bit of backdoors here. The king suited hand. So we'll go betting there. Just gonna play a lot of check folding at a position. Didn't get the turn card we wanted. Still not dead. We still could get a king. And the ace comes out. Sums up the session so far. Some of the session, not all of it. Like I said, we're still winning on some tables. We're still crushing on a couple of tables. Over bets and over fold. After a 7, that'd be nice. All right, we'll bet with the ace. Sort of representing trips there. Yeah, so if you haven't told, I'm starting to open up just a little bit more. Not from a tilt standpoint, just that being a bit tired, I wasn't exactly 100% working, but at the same time, it did begin pretty well. But we need to put our opponents in the bad spots. It's set, we'll bet it. This is a bit of a dry board though. If they raise us, we'll probably just flat. Okay, gonna raise. All right, now we're gonna check shove. Nine's gonna fold. Really? It's gonna over shove. All right, gonna raise with aces. We all will know this story. Got two paired. It's gonna shove. Beautiful. Take that one. Didn't have a great hand. He got trapped in his own hands. It's good to see someone else doing some stupid shit for a change rather than just herself. But given there's one part of the game I was thinking of making sure I was improving as well, was just the fact that, just raising and getting those stacks in when people are chasing those draws. Is it a wet draw? Is it a wet dynamic board? Is it a dry board? Just those typical questions I'm asking myself. Yeah, when someone raises, are we going to be losing a lot? Are we going to be not losing a lot? Phew. The question is, are we going to be behind? We hit a four. We're going to bet it and try and scare them. We're going to bet 36 here and try and get stacks in, I guess, with kings. All in. Hopefully they don't have aces. But if they do, please don't have aces. They got aces. Yay. We'll bet eights. Still have a gut shot. Let's raise it up. Do bet ace higher. That's about it. The eights. Interesting shove though, but you just think he's going to have a lot of strong hands there. Six is giving up. So given this session so far, we're going to be dead into the negatives. It's going to be quite a terrible sight to look at. It shit happens sometimes, and the kings and aces maybe could fight or fold. Get a call. Wow, gonna fold that one. He's maybe hoping that I'm tilting, but I don't. Went out offset. Not gonna open. We can close. Oh, we probably could have opened that one. That is part of the range. My bankroll today looks like it's part of the stock market today. Be a part of the crash, the crypto crash, which sort of makes sense since this is on CoinToga. Curious to see what CHP. That's the chips they use for. That's the chips they use for. What do you call it? The cash, the rate back. Wonder if that crashed as well. It was quite a stable coin though. Yeah, actually a good time to buy. If you do rate back. Is it CHP chart? Let's make sure you do some folds before I have a look. Chart doesn't actually look that bad for. It's actually going up, but it hasn't actually gone down. So curious, it did actually hold its value. Okay, it held its value, and the volume of it's going up as well. So interesting. So if you got a decent bankroll, look at the cashback. It looks like it's safe. Don't take advice though. It's just my judgment. And just remember, I played pretty well before when the flop. I think it was the 8-5 suited hand, or 8-6 suited hand. I don't want to call, but I'm calling. Really wanted to see a club though, but we didn't get there. Check folding this time. If he checks again and there's it's, let's say, a 2, maybe shove, get some folds in. Yeah. No. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see another 2 there, especially if he checked behind. We just jam. All right, ace king. Gonna bet this one. Board's paired up. Board's paired up low. We could definitely have the best hand. Definitely have the worst hand. And we're just gonna jam this one. Not committed. Got it wrong there. But given how much money we already put in the pot, we were pot committed. And he was short stack considering. So I'm not really against that one. Mate's in a bad place, but that wasn't totally bad. I mean, we can have aces and kings there tons of times. Wow, 6s. And they reckon that, sometimes these guys will call with anything, just making it so hard to survive variance. But when you do hit enough swing, you need to make it count. That's the thing. We just need to try and survive this downswing at the moment. Been brutal so far today. Some of it's been because of bad play, other times it's been because of variance. It's important to probably rewatch and look at what I did and probably shake my head. Have like a vomit bag ready. Threes did hit a set. Hopefully that someone's raised. And the question you need to ask yourself there when you hit a set, is someone going to bet if you check? Well, I think that board was a little bit dry, so the question is probably not. And because it's three people, I probably bet it too large. You don't need to bet as high to get the same outcome. All right, we'll open that one. 9 from 3 ways. Yeah, B was the one that stole our chips. It's been a busy B. Pretty loose calling they say, but we'll call. Way ahead, way behind scenario. All right, got a gut shot. King high, got that. Just a half pot. Hit a boat. Check teams is trying to get that queen. Queen comes out. It'd be so nice if he just bets into us. I'll bet 7. Ace king suited. Please don't go all in. Oh, actually, I don't mind going all in with ace king suited, but we're deep stacked. Based on current form, it's not been good, but just because you keep losing a few buy-ins here and there, doesn't really concrete the next few all-ins. Oh, monster! If you're acting in a sense that you're going to lose before you even play it, then you probably should give up the session. It's a third pot, so he's range betting. We need to bet here because that is a scary board. Take that, thank you. I have a diamond on the board. We're in trouble. Now, I'm really trying to get value from ace queen there, really. Or maybe an ace 10. But given we raised and then Claudie, sort of a block bet, I guess you'd say, on the flop. Typically top pair, top gig, I probably should have raised. Then it gets a little bit awkward once the diamond comes out. Chances are the hands you're trying to beat have caught up once that flush comes out. Nope, 3-bet here, but 3-bet pot and skip check it and give up. Let's go check again. I will try this one. Dolphin man. Let's see if we can steal it. Do you have position? Why not? I went check. So we'll try and steal it. Ace 2, really? Tad bottom pair. That's what we get for not betting the flop. Oh, cool. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna go. Yeah, it's fold as king. Why? Because it's a draw board. He's a bit regular. Is he gonna do it with ace, queen, ace, jack? I don't think so. So let's call it a disciplinary laydown. You have a set there a ton of times. There's a lot of people in the pot. And it appears the other hand too. I did get raised on with the kings, but it appears maybe they had a baby flush. Oh, I actually won the pot. Ignore that. What do I know? 2 overcards. Check behind. Still got 2 overcards. I didn't all bet this one, see what happens. Wow. I hit a pair flush draw. Bet. Heads up, we'll probably drop this table. We got aces. All right, scare card. Get a bet. We do have fold equity there. And if we do improve it, just jam. Question is, sometimes you jam there, and regardless of hitting or missing, threes. Maybe I should have bet there with the threes. I mean, if he's got a hand like a queen with no club, if he's got a hand with no queen, with no club, sorry, and he's got some type of pair, he's going to do a ton of folds. So I missed the chance to bet a bluff on a scare board. No, gonna fold. Calling too wide lately, so we'll fold that one to a full bet. We'll bet this one. At the king. You are bread. I'm not really bread. Amigos will bet there. Raises us. All right, we'll get out. Probably as a flush draw. We don't have pretty much anything there. Won't bother opening up a new table just yet. King 10 says we're going to raise on. I think I raise queen as jack. They might just pull behind. Nice move to tens. Yeah, so we've got two strategies. If we're losing a little bit today, which it looks like we're not going too great, can I raise this up? I got two ways. We can do really short sessions and try and bend it back. Oh no, club hearts. Anyway, yeah, two scenarios, like two things we could do: short sessions, force to win, or just try and just outplay, just just outplay the just outplay it. All right, I'm gonna bet this one. Gonna gut shot. Just continue playing through the bad times, I guess. One hand close to the good times. Small stack. I'm just gonna call. Probably should have folded. Because if another trip comes out, we're in trouble. I mean, if the trips comes out, they could still have the boat. I got about 30 here. You know, Dolphin plays quite wide. We're already two pairs out. We're already in trouble. One thing I didn't notice with the board pairing up with the threes. So King 10, two pairs, not going to be any good against the ace. Because they'll have aces and threes, even though we've got kings and tens. I'll bet this one going to open ender. Check's not a great board for us. Yeah, King 10 will bet. All right, going to raise this one up. We do have a little bit deeper as well. I like to see a low board. Jacks, call one more. We are deep stacked. Okay, I'm just going to check this one out. We do have a set. So if it was for a king, love to see ace king go very aggressive. Yeah, deeper stacked as well. Hopefully he falls for it. If he's got a set of kings, then it's just a quarter. All right, Jackson got shot. Give a bet. Could go to 40. All right, we know Dolphin is a little bit of a maniac, so a little bit of a station, calling station. So we're going to bet this one out. We do have top pair. We know he's going to have a lot of weak hands that he's going to call with. Yeah, bottom pair with ace two. I wasn't afraid, even though we opened up against this multi-way pot. Flop to straight. It's just half pot. Don't be surprised if our opponent folds there when we have a set of jacks. We'll bet we've got position. Still have a straight. All right, options. We'll sit out next time. What we'll do is I'll make myself a tea. Unfortunately, I got to do the nitty gritty. Queen Jack open ender, better. Not going anywhere with the open ender for now. I'm gonna check shove, maybe. See how we go. You can have a lot of two pairs. Ace jack got position. It's cool. Up against Andrew Taylor, looks like. 6-9, open ender. Cool. Just gonna jam it and see what happens. Gonna have a ton of sets here. Oh, he calls 10-8. What the hell? Seriously. Hits the river. Hit the straight. Was deep stacked as well. Did trap him. It's harsh reality sometimes, isn't it? We got a gut shot. Checks to us, but could be checking for strength. Just gonna check behind here. There's boards paired up. All right, check 10's gone. Yeah, really annoying. I mean, really annoying that I need to actually hold the scare the get rid of the taskbar. Checks again, strange. Okay, maybe a little bit weaker. What is there must be an easy way just to get rid of the taskbar. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is just close out all the hands anyway. Seems to be the easiest way. Until I learn the shortcut for the taskbar. All right, we'll play that one hand. Mind you, this has been a terrible session. Hasn't been all of us, but a lot of it has. All right, so if it trips with top pair, trips with top, can you go? Hopefully jams. We don't want to see another spade, I don't think. Or another heart. It's going to jam it. See what happens. Guess a ton of folds, but he's short stacked. Could easily have an overpair and it just calls. There you go. All right, we won a hand, but it was a short stack. All right, so you got 100 big blinds there. It's not looking great. We are down 5 blinds at the moment, so we're down $10 so far, which is not great. We did lose some big stacks so far, but we'll come back and finish off. Yeah, gonna have a cup of tea. Have a little bit of break from the disaster. All right, back to let's take seats.